Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Elise and if you're new here, this is my 23-week and 6-day pregnancy update. So it's the full review of my week 23 of my pregnancy. This week I actually went back to school. So I am a junior at a university nearby and I went back to school for the fall, and yes, I am cutting it really close with my due date because it's December 26th and I don't get out of school till December 15th. But school's really important to me and finishing is also very important to me, so I will be going to school all the way up until right before my due date, which is great. Like my doctor says, it's totally fine. I should be able to make it all the way there, hopefully, and yeah, that's about it. So going back to school, one of the things that I've noticed is on my campus, the parking situation is kind of difficult. So you have to park fairly far away, about a mile, mile and a half, in order to get onto campus. And once you get onto campus, the walk to your class is also fairly far. So it's about a mile, mile and a half, like once from my car to my class and then walking from class to class. When I walk, like when I'm leaving my car in the morning or the afternoon or wherever, and I'm walking to my class, I notice that on my way there, I'm getting Braxton Hicks. It's tightening. I feel a lot of tightening, and also they've become a little bit painful. It's more of a cramp. I feel tightening and a cramp. And I see my OB next week, and I'll be sure to ask him about that, whether or not that's something I should be concerned about or not. So as of right now, I'm not really concerned. It doesn't seem, because as soon as I stop the activity, it goes away. So that's a good sign. The rest of my symptoms, my feet have started swelling a little bit, mostly, not my feet, but my ankles. Sitting in class, one of my classes is 3 hours long, and it's in an amphitheater style room. So my feet hang much lower than they normally would, like if the room was flat, and by the end of it I can feel, like I can look down at my ankles and I'm like, oh, my ankles are gone, I have cankles now. But that's okay because it goes away as soon as I get up and start moving again. I do ankle flexion. I do get up once during class to go to the restroom and walk around for a few minutes so that, you know, risk of blood clot, which is minimal, but, you know, just making sure that I am doing everything proactively to make sure I don't get one. The movement of Fletcher from the outside is super visible now. My husband and I, we have two couches and they like kind of corner each other, and if I'm laying on one and he's laying on the other, he can see Fletcher moving from like 5 feet away, which is pretty big. Like he's moving my whole stomach, and it's so special to watch, and it makes it so much more real. So one thing, this is one that I don't really, this is one of the symptoms of pregnancy that I haven't been enjoying, and it's not a constant thing, so it's not a huge deal. But I have started leaking colostrum. This is really normal. It started about 4 weeks ago, but it wasn't as frequent as it is now. I leak mostly in the middle of the night, and we have white sheets, and so it's very evident. Like if I had been rolled over onto one side, where I leaked on the sheet, which is gross. So I have to wash the sheets a lot more, but that's good. I've read that it's a sign that you're gonna have a good supply, which is really good because I do want to breastfeed for at least 6 months. One thing also, the new symptom that I've been experiencing this for a while, but I didn't really think it was a pregnancy symptom until I read more into it, and it is that my hair does not stay clean. On the top, it stays fairly clean, but underneath, it doesn't matter if I don't use any product underneath. It doesn't matter if I wash it 3 or 4 times underneath. It gets greasy, like, within a couple hours of me washing it. That's new. My hair has never been really, yeah, it gets greasy because I only wash my hair 2 or 3 times a week. That's what's best for your hair. But I've noticed more, like underneath in this area, like it just does not stay clean. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do about that. Maybe I should ask the lady that does my hair if she has any suggestions, but I think a lot of that does have to do with that I am taking a fish oil with my prenatal, and I will show my prenatal at the end because I really, really like this one. And that's, I mean, I think that's normal. I saw that Anna Ciccone had the same symptoms, like her hair would just not stay clean towards the end of her pregnancy. And I think that's just your body's just working so hard that, like, I don't know, there's more oil or something. I'm not really sure. So that's all of my symptoms for this week. So let's move on to my cravings and my weight gain. So cravings this week. Sour Patch Kids have this new thing called Sour Patch Strawberries. I love them. They're delicious. I want to eat them all the time. Obviously I don't, because moderation is key. Also, deviled egg sandwiches, and hard-boiled eggs in general sound so good to me all of the time. I frequently eat the deviled egg sandwiches just because I do try and limit my deli meats. My doctor says they're totally fine to eat throughout your pregnancy, especially if they're not gas station food. Like, that's what's really the listeria concerned from. It's like Subway, Togos, that kind of thing. The meat has been sitting there for a while, but if it's in your fridge at home, it's generally fine. But the hard-boiled egg sandwiches, that kind of thing, those are totally healthy and fine. And another thing that I've been craving is funfetti cake. I will have to make one soon because it sounds so good to me. I need a funfetti cake. My weight gain. So this week, at the end of the week, I weigh 144.5 pounds. I don't think that's about a pound up from last week. So in total, I've gained 8.5 pounds throughout my pregnancy, and I'm well over halfway there. My doctor says that's fine. I know that recently I've been reading more and more articles. I am in the group on what to expect, like the December Babies 2017 section, and a lot of women are saying if you don't gain enough weight, it's so bad for your baby, all the stuff. Every woman is different. My doctor says the amount of weight I gain is fine. He said if I only gain 10 to 15 pounds my whole pregnancy, that's fine. I wasn't overweight to begin with. I was actually a little underweight by the end of my first trimester. He said, but that's fine. Everyone's different. Some bodies just do better if they don't gain too much weight, because then the recovery is better. Everyone's different. Just make sure you ask your doctor. Moving on to things I've gotten. So this week, I didn't get anything for Fletcher. We have ordered some things and we're expecting them to come in throughout the week. But we ordered some Honest diapers because they were on sale for 20% off over the weekend. So we got a couple packs of those. I prefer Honest diapers. That's just a personal preference. I know people are going to say you're a first-time mom, how do you have a preference? But I was a nanny for a very long time, and I do think Honest diapers have a lot less blowouts. And less blowouts means less laundry. So that's just my preference. One thing that we did get for me is I switched to the 1-a-day prenatal, and it has there's two prenatals. This one is the one with DHA, and I really like these. I was having a problem with the prenatals that I was taking before. I think they were the Rainbow Light ones. They would give me extreme stomach discomfort, and I would take them at night too, and I'd wake up first thing in the morning and have not the best experience in the bathroom, and that happened the whole time I took those. And then I switched to the 1-a-day, and I haven't had anything like that so far. I will say that the iron in this must be high because it does turn your poop green, but that's normal for an iron supplement. And then another thing I've been using this week is this Fresh Cream by Philosophy, this lotion. I mix it in with my Mama Bee belly butter, and it smells a lot better. The Mama Bee belly butter doesn't smell bad. It doesn't really smell like anything except for like a little bit of honey. It smells like the original Burt's Bees chapstick, which is different than the minty one. And it's fine smelling, but mixed with the Fresh Cream, it smells really good. And the Fresh Cream lotion is also extremely hydrating and thick, so I feel like I don't have to use as much as the belly butter. And I still feel well hydrated. I did have one stretch mark. It's quite small on my side. I noticed it a few days ago. It's very hard to see. It's very light. And I was expecting them because stretch marks are genetic, and I have stretch marks in other places on my body from weight loss and weight gain throughout the years. Yo-yo dieting is not good for you. But this, definitely the stretch mark is being prevented by all the prevention that I'm doing, but at some point there's only so much you can do for them because they are genetic. Moving forward, I'm going to show you guys my bump. Alright, so here's my bump from the front. This top is from Lululemon. I think it's a Swiftly Tech long sleeve. I will link it down below. This is my belly from the side. And now the other side. He's gotten pretty low, but that's normal. And then here is my belly here. My belly button is still quite tight as it was last week. Here's it from the side and the other side. And it's looking pretty good, minus that tiny stretch mark. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you can come along on our pregnancy journey. Thank you for watching.